Today, Christopher Ward is announcing their first new releases of 2025. 8 new watches in the Dune lineup, and the watches are gorgeous. We'll talk a little bit on all of the models, but I have in the Bronze COSC version of the watch, so this is going to be the one that we're going to focus on today. But the new dials are beautiful. Big thanks to Christopher Ward for lending this in for a little test drive. Really appreciate it, but let's get to it and check out the watch. All right, so the new line of watches is actually called the Dune Aeolian, which is a reference to the Aeolian sand patterns of the Dune de Pilat in the south of France. There's three models, each with multiple colors. There's the Dune Aeolian Automatic, which is a stainless steel version with four colors and a couple of strap options, and the option for the Bader bracelet. There's the bronze that I have today, which, other than being bronze, the other difference is these are COSC certified. There's two colors, and these are available on leather or the bronze Bader bracelet, which I think might be my first experience with a full bronze bracelet. Lastly is the GMT, which doesn't have that wave pattern on the dial, but love the two dial options. I have the price breakdown for all the options, so check in the description below for that. But they range from $895 USD to $1550 depending on the model and configuration. So the highlight for me with this release, at least one of them, is the dials, especially on the stainless automatics and the bronze COSC. Love that wave pattern, and the choice and tone of colors on all the models look great. When they asked me which model I wanted to see, I asked to be surprised, but I was secretly hoping it might be this one. Green against bronze always works so good. Up top on the dial, we have the twin flags applied logo in bronze. Then down at the sixes, printed chronometer and the water resistance in white. Pretty clean dial, and with a texture like this, less is more, I find. So the dial itself gets the attention. The hands are also bronze and well sized for good legibility, and the applied markers are filled with old iridium lume, and the lume is very good on this watch. It's quite bright, and my biggest pet peeve is when lume isn't evenly applied, but this is across the board from the hands to the indices. The case is the Christopher Ward Light Catcher case, which is very well finished. It's a combination of brushed and polished surfaces, and with the curvature of the side profile, it sits great on wrist. Through the screw down display case back is the Silica SW200 working away. COSC certified, so accurate to between -4 and +6 seconds per day. It's a 26 joule movement, beating at 28,800 vibrations per hour with an approximate 38-hour power reserve. The signed screw down crown is on the large side, but in a good way. It's very easy to grip. The threads are very well machined. You can especially tell when you're threading it back in, and the winding action is very smooth. The bracelet is the Bader bracelet in bronze, and you don't see that all too often, full bronze bracelets. Pretty cool, although if it's a little much for you, a strap would really tone down the look. If you want to swap it out for a strap, it does have quick release spring bars. The links are screw links for sizing, and the clasp is double signed with the logo. And Christopher Ward on the inner clasp also has an on the fly adjustment system. I haven't worn the watch long term, but because it is a bronze bracelet, I'm not sure how it might react against your skin as it patinas, so something to consider. You might have to think about possibly removing the patina, which is totally doable, but if that's something you're worried about, maybe the strap is the way to go. Size on the watch comes in at a case width of 38.1 millimeters. The lug to lug is 43.5, but with the mail and links, that brings that number out to 48.2 millimeters, which isn't all that bad, really. Lug opening is 20 millimeters, and the thickness is 12.2 millimeters, including the raised sapphire crystal, which is treated with an anti-reflective coating. Water resistance on the watch is 150 meters. And here it is on my 7.25 inch wrist. And man, what a nice watch. Really cool modern field watch option. And I think they nailed the entire lineup with the colors. Nice new addition to the Seaward catalog. This particular model is the priciest of the entire lineup, coming in at 1550 USD. 1165 if you go for the leather strap. I'd probably go for leather if I was buying to save a few bucks, but loving how this looks on the bronze baiter. So great first release of the year for the brand. I like that they stuck to the basics for these. They've gotten a lot of attention, well deserved too, for watches like the Bel Canto, which I'm a huge fan of, but nice that they have watches like this still coming out. I have a feeling it's going to be another good year for the brand when it comes to what they have in store for us, and I'll definitely be covering them on the channel throughout the year. Link to where you can find these will be below. Thanks for taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye bye.